David here, welcome to another Btekt. This one's sponsored by Direct Mobiles. For the very best mobile deals, check out directmobiles.co.uk. Now, despite what you might think of Huawei as a brand, whether you think they can be trusted or not in the West, you can't deny that they do have great technology at a relatively affordable price to the rest of the market. And that is even more true for Honor, who are a division of Huawei and are aimed at the younger user. They use the same components to make their own versions of the hardware, but at an even more affordable price. Of course, being part of Huawei, it does mean that any new Android-based devices are subject to the ban on Google services. But in this video, I want to showcase 3 products from Honor that I think you would probably use every single day and in my mind are fantastic value for money. Let's start with the cheapest and the smallest, which is the Honor MagicWatch 2. This is a smartwatch that I've already featured on the channel when it was released, but it definitely isn't a device that I've put away in a drawer after reviewing. I have been using it quite a lot, so I can take this opportunity to give you a more long-term opinion of it. Compared to most smartwatches, it is light and does have a little bit less bulk to it. It doesn't run Wear OS and there isn't any apps that you can download onto it. It does, however, come loaded with all the basic apps and fitness tracking capabilities that you would expect, as well as a few more. There's also sleep tracking, blood oxygen saturation readings, and a continuous heart rate monitor. It might not have all the bells and whistles of Wear OS based smartwatches, but the trade-off here is that you get outstanding battery performance. This watch will go for 2 weeks between charges, cut down to 1 week if you choose to use the always on display. If you ask me, losing the ability to download apps that I wouldn't really use very often anyway is well worth the trade. I usually wear this for about a week, and then when the battery dies, switch to the Watch GT2, which performs exactly the same but just has slight differences to the styling. The real only noticeable difference between the two is that you get a slightly better quality strap with the Watch GT2. In my opinion, a great phone to go with the MagicWatch 2 would be the Honor 20 Pro. You can pick one of these up for around about £400 at the moment, and it's one of the last Honor phones to be allowed to use Google services. I'm not sure that you can get a better camera for less money than this at the moment. It's a 48 megapixel quad camera system with optical image stabilization that just produces bags of detail in every shot. And even more so if you choose to shoot in the 48 megapixel ultra clarity shot mode. In a similar way to the night mode, it takes multiple exposures and then uses the data from all of them to create one super sharp shot. There is something that I really like about the images that come out of the Honor 20 Pro, and always have done. I think it's credit to the software developers at Honor because although it may use the same hardware as certain Huawei phones, namely the Nova 5T, the pictures don't seem to be exactly the same and they do have their own characters. But the main reason for me for recommending this phone here is because it has Google services. Thankfully, that ban doesn't extend to all American companies though, and Microsoft do have a special license to work with Huawei, so this product, the Honor MagicBook 14, is just as well catered for as you would expect from any Windows laptop. And it's the only product of the 3 that I haven't reviewed yet. This laptop costs £549 and it has an aluminium construction which gives it a real air of quality while still being very lightweight at 1.38 kilograms. This of course is a very similar product to the Huawei MateBook 14D that I reviewed recently. However, Honor have approached the styling slightly differently with the offset logo, and if you look carefully there is a blue chamfered edge around the lid. All the air vents are underneath the device, which leaves the back totally smooth and allows the screen to fold out to 180 degrees. And it's just about light enough for you to hold one-handed, kind of like a tablet. It's got a good display, just about bright enough to use the device in really bright conditions, but not really comfortably, if you know what I mean. It could be a touch brighter, but it is a nice quality display, a 16:9 1080p screen that is TUV Rhineland certified, which means it has been tuned to reduce eye strain to a minimum. It does have small bezels around its display for a laptop of this price, and it's got a screen to body ratio of 84%. More nice design touches when we look at the keyboard. Underneath the central key at the top there is a hidden webcam. Press it down to reveal it. It is a neat placement for it. I think most people would much prefer it to be hidden away, although I wish it was angled slightly higher as your hands are visible as you are typing. There are 2 USB Type A slots, one which is USB 3.0 and one which is USB 2.0, plus one USB Type C, which is also used as the power input. We also get HDMI on the left side and 3.5mm jack on the right, which you will definitely appreciate if you are doing work on the go. But of course, Headphones and other Bluetooth devices can be connected via Bluetooth 5.0, and it has compatibility with 4.2 and 2.1.
Oh, Cortana.
A little sign in here, a touch of Wi-Fi there, and we'll have your PC ready for all you plan to do. Use your voice or the keyboard along the way, and if you'd like me to stay quiet, just select the little microphone icon towards the bottom of your screen.
Oh, that's tempting.
If you need an assistive screen reader, press the Windows, Control and Enter keys at the same time to turn on narrator. Okay, enough intro. Let's dig in. Your region is set to United Kingdom. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes. Of course, you don't have to go with the
Your keyboard is set to United Kingdom.
prompts.
Do
You
you
can just
also
push
type with
yes,
another keyboard layout?
which I would recommend.
Now,
Don't bother
let's
speaking
get you connected to a network. Now, type your credentials.
A feature that I really like is the fingerprint scanner, which is embedded into the power button. It is rapid, as you'd expect from Honor, and it gives you direct access to your desktop even from a completely powered down state. Just push it and it will bypass the sign-in. It will also boot up in just a few seconds, probably thanks to the 256 gigs of PCI Express solid state drives. These drives are connected directly to the motherboard through the PCI Express slots, so are even faster than the SATA-based SSDs. The 256 gigs of memory is split across 2 drives, so you will get your operating system on the C drive, which has a capacity of 80 gigs, and your D drive will be left with about 150 gigs. For slightly more money, a 512GB version will be available. But if you ask me, when it comes to these small capacity notebooks, neither 256 gigs or 512 gigs are a lot of storage. So you're better off going for the cheaper option and then buying yourself external storage. Because even if you go for the larger option, you're still going to end up buying yourself external storage at some point. On the outside, the Honor MagicBook 14 is a very well made and very well designed piece of kit. But before we get into the performance details, I want to tell you about the best place to look for your next mobile phone, which is the Direct Mobiles website. Use this site to find and compare all of the best possible deals for pretty much any phone, and they have over 24 years of award-winning customer service, so you really are in good hands. Find their link in the video description below or search directmobiles.co.uk. Under the hood, we have an AMD Ryzen 5 3500U mobile processor with Radeon Vegas 8 graphics built onto the chip. This is with 8 gigs of DDR4 dual channel RAM, and it comes with Windows 10 Home Edition. This setup gives it good enough performance for general use, although I wouldn't say that performance is the standout feature for this laptop. It is good enough for light photo and video editing, emphasis on the word light. If you are doing video, try to stick to 1080p or less. It can be a little bit slow with such resource intensive tasks, and I have noticed that occasionally it can be a little bit slower than I'm used to at loading certain busy web pages. Gaming is doable, but for most premium titles you will need to stay to the lowest graphics settings. If we take a look inside the graphics settings of this game, which is Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you can see that it was at its lowest possible graphics settings, but it still needs about half a gig more of graphics resources to run smoothly. But despite this, the game was still playable, probably not as smooth as what I'm used to seeing, but it is still a good experience. But then this really isn't a graphics laptop, and for everyday use it is excellent. It has a 56 watt-hour battery that gives it more than enough juice for heavy users. The 65 watt Type-C fast charger is just slightly bigger than a phone charger. It will charge your phone as well, and it will power up the Honor 20 Pro at 22.5 watts. For a full charge, it should give enough light use for about 10 hours. It's in areas like this that the Honor MagicBook 14 starts to make sense. Okay, it might not be the most powerful laptop out there, but it is still very well designed and it has plenty of features. Honor recently used 5 MagicBook 14 batteries and transferred the power to a quad bike, which was then driven for a distance of 5 kilometers on the 180 kilowatts of power that the laptops provided. The size and weight of the whole package, including the charger, plus the long battery life and the fast charging, are all things that users might consider in exchange for slightly less performance. The Magic Link is another feature that you might consider getting this laptop for if you have an Honor or Huawei smartphone that is running EMUI 10. Tap your phone over the Magic Link sticker here to enable NFC communication with your phone. Enable NFC on your device, then tap Accept on both devices. This will mirror your phone screen and allow you to quickly drag and drop files from your phone straight onto your MagicBook. It is a great way to transfer files and it's not slow. It will even transfer video fairly quickly. As well as transferring files, you can also stream video or whatever you want through your phone to your laptop. Control can be a little bit tricky at first because you have to use it as you would your phone. So you kind of need to swipe with your mouse pointer, but you do get used to it very quickly. It is a great little feature, but I just don't understand why they haven't made it available to all smartphones that have NFC. Surely that would make the laptop more appealing to a wider range of people. Honor do aim their products at the younger audience, and that is who the Honor MagicBook 14 is perfect for. It will nicely meet the needs of most students and will make a great affordable option for a home office. I think the whole package of the WatchMagic 2, Honor 20 Pro and the MagicBook 14 would be an awesome little bundle for a young person heading off into the big wide world for the first time. At £149 for the watch, £400 for the phone and $549 for the laptop, so just over £1,000, but right now you can get the watch for free when you buy the MagicBook 14. So all in, you can get it for $949 right now. That's less money than a few of the more expensive flagship phones that we've seen recently. And this is why I really do recommend this little tech bundle from Honor. Granted, it's not for everyone. Some people will need a little bit more power, especially from the laptop. That's not really the case for the phone. Powered by the Kirin 980, it can handle everything pretty nicely and you won't ever feel underpowered with this phone. Plus it has a spectacular camera. And as for the watch, well, I will put it this way. Almost all of the tech journalists that I know usually have either this watch or the Huawei Watch GT2 on their wrists when I see them. And the main reason for that is that incredible battery life. It's good tech at a good price. I like it. And I hope you like this video as well, or at least found it useful in some way. Let me know if you did. Leave me a comment and a like. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and you can follow me on social media. I'm David. This is Btekt.